Hey folks, Jeff and Lorena here. It's day 12. Probably wondering what happened to days 10 and 11. Well, 10 and 11 were pretty much a wash. We spent day 10 drilling holes, trying to get set up for the 4-inch change of plan, and we ran into problems. The drill we bought was too big and bulky to get some of the holes, so we ended up going to town, buying drill bits and doing it by hand. But we got those holes drilled for the purlins, and then we had to go to work on the eaves. So the next day, I guess that was day 11, right? Mm-hmm. Yesterday. So yesterday was spent pretty much pre-positioning, welding, etc. So here's one of the eave struts over here. And basically what we did, we remember we cut 4 inches off of the eave strut before, so we welded that 4 inches onto the end of this eave strut. I don't know if you can really see it, but we welded a steel plate on the inside there just to guarantee that it's strengthened. I have no doubt that these will be stronger than the originals. Shouldn't be any problem, but they're now 4 inches longer to make up for that little error that we had. Then we moved the columns, got them laid against the piers so that we can stand those up, and we got the rafter bolted together into a truss ready to go up. So basically the way it's gonna go is we're gonna stand up a rafter, and then we will attach the eave to it, because the eave runs from the top of the existing building out to the column, and that's what ties that in. Normally we would have girts that go along the outside, but because this is an open patio area, we do not have any girts, so we have to get that eave tied in just to give it some strength, tying it to the main building. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side, stand up the column and attach the eave to it. Once that's done, then we will be ready to hang the rafter. And so we'll get this rafter up in the air, and we'll see how that goes, getting it connected. Once we've got the rafter tied in, then we have to get some purlins tied in, and because of the change of plan, we gained 4 inches out here, which in theory means that the overlap on the purlins, we have 4 inches additional overlap hanging over on this side, and we'll have 4 inches less on the purlins from the outside as far as hanging over to the inside. So what I think is going to happen is when we put those purlins up there, we're also going to be off by 2 holes, so we will have to drill again, but we'll have 2 holes that'll line up initially, and we'll at least be able to get it bolted on, and then we'll come back and drill it and all that. So that's where we're at. We got the telehandler warming up right now, and then we're going to pre-position the other eave because it's finished, and we will pre-position those 2 purlins because we're going to put those 2, if you look up you can see the center purlins there. We'll put those 2 on first, and that's what will tie the rafter. So it'll be tied from the outside with the eave that ties the column in, and then the purlins tie the rafter in. Once we get that tied in, then we can continue working on getting all those purlins on. So that's the plan. Let's see how it goes. So this is an example of things that go wrong. When this pier was set up, one of the truck drivers delivering the concrete ran over it somehow, backed into it or something, I don't know. But he messed up the template for the bolts, so all of them were a little bit crooked or whatever. I tried to straighten them all out best I could and measured from the top that they all were 4-inch centers. The problem is they weren't straight, so you got a 4-inch center at the top and the bottom's a little wider than that, so we're having to wrench this column all the way down little by little to get it on the bolts. It's working, but it's a slow process. Sometimes a big tractor can be useful, helpful, whatever you want to call it. Today it's nice to have the big tractor. So Lorraine is going to turn it around and then lift me up so I can put bolts in this other side of the eave. And we're using the telehandler to support it right now, so Lorena thought of this. Unfortunately, Hank and I weren't that smart and didn't think of using it, so we did it all the hard way, climbing up the scaffolding all the time. Would have been a lot easier to swap machines and let the telehandler hold the piece up while we go up in the tractor to put bolts on.